to lesson 3 in this basic series, C# programming from asrock.co.uk/C#. And excuse me, I've just commented this section of code out here. Let me just uncomment it out by using the text toolbar, uncomment the selected lines, and let's have a look at this. So I've declared two variables, number 1 and number 2, as integers, and again we're writing to the console, enter first integer. Notice we're using the write method of the console class. Now up here again we only need the system namespace, so that's the only namespace we need for accessing, because the console class is a member of the system namespace, and the convert class is also a member of the system namespace. So we're outputting to the console, enter first integer, colon, and a space there, and it will not output a new line. The write line function, as we've said previously, outputs a new line and goes to the next line, but this will stay on the same line, and it will read whatever we input from the standard input, reads the next line of characters from the standard input stream. It's a static function of the console class again, which is available again because of the system namespace. Remember the structure of C# program, namespaces. Within namespaces we have functions such as methods, indexers, get and set, accessors, properties which have get and or set accessors, and data members, etc. And the entry point for a C# program is the main method, which returns nothing here and is static. And our class program here that we're in, next lesson we'll probably work with introducing classes, and we'll add a class to a program. And our namespace of our program, the console application 1. Now, so that will read enter first integer, reads the integer, and uses the toInt 32-bit integer of the convert class to convert a string into an integer. So it returns the integer on conversion of the string here, returns an int value, you can see here, and assigns it or stores it in the integer variable number 1, which we declared up here. Same again for integer number 2, and then it's just going to test are they equal. Here's the equality operator here. This is different. You can see here we've got an assignment operator here and here, and here we have the equality operator. Now the assignment operator takes whatever's on the right and stores it in the variable on the left. The equality operator will test true or false to see if number 1 is equal to number 2. And then it will output number 1 will be put in the first position of the array, number 2 will be put in the second position here in the array-like format, indexed from 0, as arrays are indexed from 0, and it will output to the console this line. This is an if statement, so only if this is true then this line underneath it will be executed. Otherwise, if this is false, it will jump to the next if statement. Not equal to number 2. So one of these must execute either console.writeLine, this one here, or console.writeLine, this one here, where number 1 is not equal to number 2. And again, one of these will execute unless of course they're equal, in which case neither of these will execute. If they're equal, then number 1 is not less than number 2, and if they're equal, number 1 is not greater than number 2. They're equal. So these two will not execute only if they're equal. So if this one here executes, this part here, if this line of code here is reached, if this is true, then neither of these will be true, and in fact these whole three, none of those will be true and none of the lines underneath them will execute if indeed this one is true. Right? And one of these will execute if this one is true. If this one's false, then this one will execute, and one of these, etc. So this is less than equal to and greater than equal to. So let's just run through this, and we'll look at some input. So just run it in debug mode. Enter an integer. So 5 enter is greater than 2 enter. So 5 is not equal to 2. 5 is greater than 2, yes, and 5 is greater than or equal to 2. Right, let's just do this again. We'll run it again. Once it's finished, stopping debugging, and we'll do it with two equal numbers. 2 enter, 2 enter. 2 is equal to 2. 2 is less than or equal to 2. Well, it's equal to 2. 2 is greater than or equal to 2. Well, it's equal to 2. And really, that's really all that needs to be said about this program. We'll just run it, put a breakpoint here, and just demonstrate that again with debug mode. We'll say 5 enter, 5 enter. It breaks out here. Press F11. Well, they're both equal, so that will execute. That won't. Let's see what happens there. 5 is not equal to. If 5 is not equal to, is 5 not equal to 5? Then so that won't execute. So it jumps to the next one. 5 less than 5? No, that won't execute. Jumps to the next one. Jumps to the next one. That will execute, and that will execute. Console.readline. So we'll just press F5 to hit enter there. And we'll just run it one more time, and we'll make them different from each other. If we're just waiting for that to run, I believe. I hope. Okay, let's try again. We'll put 7, enter. 4, enter. Oh, 7 equal to 4? No. So that won't execute. That will execute because they're not equal. 7 less than 4. That won't execute. 7 greater than 4, yes, so that one will execute, etc. Now, supposing you're going through a program here and you think, oh, alright, I've had enough here. If you just press F5, it will just jump right through the program and come back to. The program will just run through. So if you've got a big Windows program, you've tested your bit, you want it to run through, just hit F5. Okay, so there you go. Inputting at the console, breakpoints, and some operators: less than, equal to, less than, greater than, not equal to, and equality operator, assignment operator. Okay, thank you for watching. Visit asrock.co.uk/C# for more C# training videos.